Scheisse!
So, hello again guys to Sonic the Hedgehog, and welcome back to the bench. Yes, after a ridiculously long time, we're back to the bench. I believe it was like, I don't know, like 2 years since we were last at the bench, but things have changed. First of all, my room has changed completely. It's been remodeled. Second of all, my workbench is actually a proper workbench. It's a proper work table made of really thick wood and with a proper rubber mat on the top, which, as you can see, has seen quite some action because it's been 1 year since I had this table here. And it's not just a terrible cheap IKEA office table like last time, which had a bajillion holes in it. And if you recall, the desk, the wooden sort of panel on the top of the table, that was because the IKEA table under it was completely destroyed and I needed something to film videos on. And that's how the table was. It was 2 layers. It was the IKEA office table, then that desk on the top. We now have a proper table. But yeah, now, today, I'm planning on putting out 3 videos today, so we'll see if it comes out. If it comes out, I'll put out all the 3 videos. I might just put out 2 videos, or I might just end up, putting up only this video. We'll see. But the plans for these videos is that 2 of those videos, which are going to come after this video, which I'm making right now, are going to contain some of my projects, which I've been working on lately. And, but anywho, with that aside... let's move all this crap away for now. With that aside, let's get into let's get into the theme of this video. And today we're featuring one of the 3 parts of my fan collection, and I'm planning on making a series of my fan collection, showing off the whole collection, because it's gotten way bigger than back in 2023, where I just had a couple server fans, a couple hairdryer fans, and 2 radiator fans, and that was it. Because I'm going to do 3 parts. This is going to be the first part of the video, and today I'm going to show you off my hairdryer fan collection. In the second part, I'm going to make a video about all my computer and PC fans, which I do have a lot of them. And the third part is going to be about all my big fans. I'm going to show you off the radiator fan, plus I've got one more radiator fan. I'm also going to show off some industrial exhaust fans that I have. And one of them doesn't work, unfortunately. I have 2 and one of them doesn't work, but anyways. But in this video, we're going to focus on my hairdryer fan collection, and I'm going to show you the box. It's overflowing. So yeah, let's have a look at it. If I can get it in shot under the lamp. Yes, I can. This is all my hairdryer fans. So this is going to be quite lengthy. I believe it's going to take at least half an hour to get through all of this. And I've organized this box. I pulled them all out and organized them on the floor to make the thumbnail. I put them back in the box. And I organized them so that way the big normal hairdryer fans are down the bottom of the box. And what you see on the top, these tiny little ones, are from hot air curl brushes, which is basically just a tiny hairdryer with a brush attached to it. So we're first going to start with the hot air curl brush fans and then slowly work our way through onto the big fans. And there's at least 30 of them. There's like, I think, 40 or 50 of them. This has taken me like 3 years to collect. And it really has took ages. So, yeah. Now, before we get into that, before we start testing them, I'm going to tell you why, if you are a fan enthusiast or just an electronics hobbyist, as I am. No, I'm now an electronics school student. So I'm now also an electronics student. So this stuff makes come handy. But when you're a hobbyist... And this is good advice for model aircraft hobbyists if you make tiny models. Well, hairdryer fans are great for a couple of reasons. A, you can find broken hairdryers anywhere. You can find them in any kind of e-waste place. All the hairdryers here are from e-waste, and one of them is a brand new one, and I'll tell you the story to that once we get to its fan, because I have its fan and it's very uncanny. I'm going to tell you that later. I didn't buy a new hairdryer and just tear it apart for the fan. There is a pretty bad story which comes with it. But hairdryer fans are great because you can find broken hairdryers anywhere. Most of the times the fans are right. Some of the times either the motor is fucked, the bearings are bad, or the motor is burnt out, or the blades are shattered or broken off or ground down, which is the case on a couple of these fans, I recall. But some of the fan blades are ground off on these. I don't know if they run it. I'm going to be testing most of these which I have. Only the couple I showed you in the first ever video about my fan collection, which I'm going to put the link up. I'm going to put a card up there if I remember to do it so. I've got a lot more of them, and I didn't test even more of them. I just took the hairdryer, carelessly ripped the fan out, tossed the rest out, and just thrown it in the box, and haven't tested it. Now, today, I've got my 135 amp server power supply ready, and I think it's time to give them a run. So yeah, but also other points why you should collect hairdryer fans is that they are incredibly powerful. Most of them run at 12 volts and they are super powerful. One of them in here, I used it in a wind tunnel project, and that one ran on, I believe it ran on 24 volts, and that one was so vicious that I literally put a screwdriver, it was a vertical wind tunnel, I put a screwdriver in it, and the screwdriver was just levitating in there. It was just levitating right above the wind tunnel, like right above the end of the pipe, almost, you know, but it was ridiculously powerful. Some of these need a high voltage, some of these at 12 volts are gonna run really fast, and I'm gonna put these into two piles. I'm gonna have a pile up on the table here, that's gonna be the pile of the fans that win this test, that are the most powerful ones, and the rest of them which either are not that powerful, ones which are not going to be that powerful, I'm going to put them on the floor, and the ones that either need a high voltage or are faulty, I'm going to put on there. Now, I'm not going to toss any of the faulty fans out because, truth be told, I'm a sucker for any kind of fan, and I just feel bad about tossing out any kind of fans, but, well, you know, we're just going to test them all. So they're supremely powerful. They are powerful as server fans. They draw less power, plus they're easier to service because you can they use standard DC motors, and you can get any of the motors anywhere. And they also have a nice diameter, and they are perfect for making wind tunnels. That's why I said the hobby aircraft aficionados are gonna love these because you can just use them to make a small wind tunnel. I've used them for making a wind tunnel. I've used two of them to make a 12 volts powered hand dryer, which worked really well. But it was in a cardboard case and had a 230 volt power supply in it, which converted the 230 volts down to 12 volts, and a cheap Chinese PWM speed regulator, so it wasn't exactly anything I would call safe. But anywho, let's now get and start this off. Now, before we actually start testing it, I'm gonna show you the topology of a hairdryer fan. So I'm gonna pull out one fan. I know, like maybe this one. Which one should I take? Well, let's take out a pink fan. So this one right here. This is from a Philips hairdryer, and I'm going to show you the topology of a hairdryer fan. So a hairdryer fan looks a little something like this. It will look pretty similar in all the hairdryers, except the impeller will be different and the number of vanes on the back are going to be different. But the main parts are the main body, which contains the cowl for the fan, the tube, which is it's a tube axial fan essentially, and these are high flow and high static pressure fans. That's what yeah, the motor is probably gone in this one. I haven't tested it though. So it's got this body. Next, in the back of the body is where the DC motor sits, and in here is just a generic style DC motor. There's usually a filtering capacitor across it, across the two pins. And sometimes the pins are also connected to the shell of the motor, so it's got a little electrolytic capacitor on the back of it. And this is the drive motor. And then you've got the impeller inside, and the impeller looks a little something like this. It's a fan blade, it's basically a little sort of turbine. And you can see there's two styles. I'm going to show you the two styles. There is the most common styles is either this one, which has got a torpedo style hub and 7 blades across it. And then you can see this one's got a lot of vanes on the discharge. And what the vanes are for is, when a fan runs, it creates vortex flow, you know. It's not an even flow, it's a vortex. And what these vanes do is, these vanes are effectively opposing. You can see these vanes are opposing the speed of the fan. What it does is, the fan spins and vortex comes out, but the vortex coming out of the impeller or the fan blade will hit these vanes, and it will cancel out the vortex, and it will come out as a strong sort of column. Don't thinking that these increase airflow, which some people think these increase airflow, it's stupid. What really increases the airflow and what controls the airflow is the actual impeller. These are only used for straightening out the air coming out, so it's not a vortex, it's just a sort of straight column of air. And they're different. Now, this is the most common style, and they usually don't have this many vanes. They have way less. And then the other common style is this style, which has got a 4-bladed impeller like this. In this case, it's not an impeller, it's a propeller. And it's very similar to what you'd find in an air conditioner, on an air conditioner outdoor unit. And you can see these very sharp, curved blades. These are used to have a high flow rate. These are not, now there's two reasons. Two versions. This is a high static pressure fan, usually used in like smaller fans are like this. These bigger fans are there. This one is actually slightly larger, but this kind here is a static pressure fan. This kind over here is a high flow fan, and in like a hairdryer, you're looking at both characteristics, you want them both high. So, this one's high flow, so it has got a high flow rate, plus these blades are kind of quiet. It looks a bit like a ship propeller. Goddamn, my submechanophobia is kicking in. Imagine this thing underwater. Ooh. Now, you can see on the back, same now, usually. These are starting to get quite uncommon. Most of the times you find these in hair dryers, and they usually have 6, 7, or 8 stator vanes. This one's got 7. And again, the airflow coming out of it is a vortex, so the vortex airflow hits these and it just straightens it out, and it's a nice sort of calm flow of air. It increases, it kind of increases the airflow coming out because it's not like a vortex, and in like computer fans, it's usually the airflow is highest around the hub area. However, here is just uniform airflow essentially. That's why these have a torpedo style base, because it just increases the diameter of the hub at the end and thus, you know, it increases the efficiency. Now though, let's stop rambling and let's get on with the fans. And let's start off with the hot air curl brush fans. And the first one I'm gonna pick out is gonna be this one. This is from like a cheap one. Don't remember the exact brand, but it's got a 5-bladed impeller, which is quite rare, especially in hot air curl brushes. What the fan usually looks like, the fan in a hot air curl brush, that's a bit of a tongue twister, usually looks a little something like this. This is quite rare. Even 5-bladed fans in hair dryers are quite rare. So this one's got 5 blades, 6 stator vanes. I'm not gonna say the exact number, but you can have a look at it now. Let's give it a test. So let's connect the positive. The negative. Let's kick it on. Okay. Runs quite fast, but it doesn't have much airflow. I mean, it's a small little fan. The airflow is quite weak on this one. So this is going in the mediocre pile. And we're gonna have the winners, the mediocre, and the non-functional. So next I'm gonna pick out the most common style, which is this one. So you can see it's got 7 rotor blades and 16 stator vanes. I usually have a ton of them on here because they are small fans. Listen, I kind of like these impeller designs. They're very neat. I'm gonna try and change some light more down there. There we go. It sounds pretty dusty, you know. And the reason why I don't clean this out is look at how it's constructed. It's almost impossible to do. And usually you can see this little part. They've got a little brass shaft stuck on the motor, which increases the diameter, and that's what the blade actually clips onto. It decreases the vibrations. That's why server fans have those brass sort of hubs. It's the same thing. They've got a brass hub, a thicker brass hub on the motor, and then the plastic blade is clipped onto. This is to decrease vibration. Still, these vibrate a lot because they aren't high-performance fans, because, let's face it, this is a consumer product, not a server. So these are the more common ones, but they have a really neat impeller. And as you can see, it's almost impossible to remove the fan blade because it's clipped on. Once you remove it, you basically destroy it. And it's almost impossible to clean out. So some of these are completely caked shut with filth and hair and crap. And it's just they don't work. So let's give this one a go. Let's see how this one runs. Okay, this one definitely needs higher voltage to work because it doesn't have much airflow at all. So this is going in the needs higher voltage pile. I could use my 300 volt 1 amp, and I have a proper bench supply from like a lab just decommissioned at my electronics school, but it's huge. It's like as big as a 2-unit server. It's under the table. It's mounted under the table. It goes up to 300 volts and can deliver 2 amps. It's not enough to run these fans. Next one, another common style. This is the cheaper one with just the simple motor shaft going in without that brass hub. So this one doesn't have the polarity mark, but we can judge by the electrolytic capacitor, and the minus, judging by this strip right here, is on this side. Or, well, if it doesn't work out, we could have a nice pop. Actually, you know what? Let me warm up the soldering iron. I'm gonna need this capacitor for the project I'm gonna be showing off today. So one moment, please. Okay, the soldering iron was warmed up. I'm gonna pop the capacitor off because I'm gonna need the capacitor for a project I'm gonna be showing off. You know what? The project which is gonna come in the next video, both of the projects are in this box. And if I show you, this is one of the projects as a communicator, but this, it's something that Electroboom did. I'm planning on tagging Electroboom on the video I'm gonna make about it. This is a capacitor boomer alarm clock, except this one runs on batteries. So I'm gonna show that off in the next video. And that's what I need the capacitors for, because I ran out of capacitors when I was testing it, and unfortunately didn't film any of it. It's just how it goes with me. So let's pop this off real quick. Okay. You know, it's a server power supply, so I don't give a shit about it. Doesn't give a... It's... I mean, truth be told, that power supply has seen better days, and EMF spikes don't really worry me. It's got EMF protection on the input. For obvious reasons. Okay. Keep this one. Where do I put it? I think I'm gonna put it over here. Okay. Okay, so... Well, let's now test this one. I'm an idiot because I removed the power supply capacitor, but I think it goes like this. The polarity, I mean, we'll see. Incorrect polarity. You need to flip it. Okay. Okay, this one runs fine and has a ton of airflow. Okay, so it's going in the winner pile, which is going to be on the table here. Next one is going to be the exact same. I've got a lot of these. Trust me, this one's at least got the polarity marked on the motor, which is useful. It's got that tiny little red dot on there. Okay. And this one doesn't have much airflow, and it's different. It needs higher voltage, so it's going into the needs higher voltage pile. Look at this one. This style is pretty rare as well. It's got 6 blades and 6 stator vanes. Let's check this one out. So we're gonna give it some power. So let's run this one. Nothing. Oh shit! I think you know what I did. I shorted across that capacitor. Yeah, now it runs. It doesn't run particularly fast, and it's got absolutely no airflow. So. Oh, well, that takes it some time to draw the power supply capacitors. To drain the power supply capacitor, so that's going into the needs higher voltage pile. Next one is gonna be... Oh, this one's missing a blade. So that's going in the needs higher voltage pile. Yeah, let's take this one. This one is tiny. It's got a 5-bladed impeller in it. So let's check this one out. So judging by the filtering capacitor, this one's gonna be the negative. Try and bend this away so it doesn't short out. Pop this one on here and pop this one on here. Let's give this a go. Okay, it does run. It's got some airflow, but it's running at pretty high speed. I have a dilemma. I think... Oh, that takes some time to spin down. Wow, that really took some time. I'm gonna put it in the mediocre pile. Next one is the exact same, but just with a white shell. This one, though, I can't tell the polarity. Does it have a little marker on there? Yeah, these two are from Braun hot air curl brushes, and they've got genuine Braun motors on them. Well, this one at least does. This one, this is right there. You can maybe just see, and I can zoom down onto that. You can see the Braun logo there. Right there. That. Okay, so I'm just actually gonna... You know what? Let's just give this a... Okay, I did test it correctly. Wow, it smells. And yeah, that goes in the mediocre pile, definitely, because it runs like complete crap. Okay, next one is gonna be, well, this is from a Baby Liz hot air curl brush. I found this one recently. It looks pretty neat, does it? This one's style is pretty rare as well. And luckily we got wires, so we can tell the... Oh shit, look at all that... Ew. That's gonna smell good when I start this up. God fucking damn it. Holy shit. Okay. That jump scared me. It's running in the warring. Come on, Baby Liz. German company and incorrect polarity wires. Come on, go fuck yourself. Okay. That's got some serious RPM. And it's got a serious airflow. This sucker is running extremely fast. This is like over 5,000 RPM. It's got 6 rotor blades and 5 stator vanes, which are not exactly vanes because they're just straight. I think they're just supports. But oh boy, that thing does have some speed to it. Next one. Oh, this is cute. Look at this cute little 4-bladed one. This is from a Sencor. I believe this Sencor is a cheap local cheap-ass electronics supplier brand. I'm gonna snip the dials off that one. It is a local cheapo electronics brand, and it's really cute. Have a look at that. Like, you can compare it to the actual 4-bladed one. You can see how cute that is. Looks like a ship propeller. Again, submechanophobia kicking in. Let's just and yes, I do have submechanophobia. I've got it diagnosed this lately. So yeah, let's pop this on. That runs really well. That's got a ton of airflow. It's quiet, sounds quite nice, looks quite nice, and that's going in the superior. That's a winner. It's really this is really a good one. And I've actually got 2 of these, so let's test this one as well. Let's snip the diodes off it. Yeah, you can see I've been really reckless. I just ripped it out of the hairdryer. You know, I'm just not cared. Just get that wire out of there so it doesn't short across that filtering capacitor. Just trying to use these pliers to get it out. This video is gonna take ages, I know it. Let's try and I shouldn't probably care about it, but I don't want to short the capacitor out one more time. Let's run this. I think it's gonna run pretty similar. It might have worse bearings, who knows. Okay, it's got worse bearings, I can hear that, but it runs equally as good, so it's going in the winner pile as well. Okay, that's a definite winner as well. Next one is this neat transparent one. And that, ew, it's caked shut with, ew. That, I know this is gonna run, but it's caked shut with crap. Nasty crap. Oh, another electrolytic capacitor. Well, I'm taking that because I need that for that testing video, because I'm actually gonna film a couple of testing videos and pick the one which blows up the best. May just pile up all of them. That'd be better. Oh wow, that's really not. That really doesn't want to come off. There we go. Okay, let's run this one again. So let's make sure I connect onto this. I just don't short right against the housing, and let's run it. Yeah, it's completely blocked. So it's going in the mediocre pile because it is completely blocked. Next one, got another transparent one. This one's nice and clean. Check that out. It looks almost like brand new. I know this one's gonna run fine, but we're gonna test it. I also like this transparent one because you can see the structure inside. You can see. I'm gonna zoom into that. You can see the impeller right here. That looks neat. You know, it looks like a turbine. And then you've got the vanes. It looks really cool. Let's try this one out. Oh, I'm stupid. Short it out. Wow, that kind of scared me. Okay, this runs also okay. And it's got a ton of airflow. So it's going in the winner pile. Incidentally, I'm here in the Czech Republic, so I'm running this on 230. So I'm running on a 230 volt power supply, just if anyone's wondering. So next one is this one right here, and again, it's got that sintered brass. You can maybe actually see it, not sintered brass, but machine brass hub. You can just see it in there, that glow, that gold sort of glistening away in there. So let's pick this up. It's obviously not gold. It's, as I said, brass. Wait, there's a filling capacitor built into the motor. I can just see it in there. Well, that's interesting. Okay, this is a definite winner. Yeah, this is a definite winner. That's got that's actually the most powerful one out of the bunch. Wow. We got so many powerful ones. That's good. Next one. Oh, this one looks neat. Check this one out. That's a neat impeller, isn't it? Okay, what? It's completely caked shut though, so it's not gonna have much airflow. As I said, these are extremely hard, if not impossible, to clean out properly, so let's give this one a go. It's completely blocked, but it's gonna be going in the winner pile because it's got a pretty high RPM, and just air blowing out the side here, out the front of it, because it's blocked. It's really good. So, and I like its design, so it's going in the winner pile. Let's try out this one. This is a strange looking one. Check out the tiny little blades on this one. And the motor on it looks heckin' strange, but we're gonna give it a go. See how fast this one runs. If you think I'm gonna run. Oh great, this one's got incorrect polarity marking on it. How good is that? Oh, that runs on pretty serious RPM as well. That should run into go. Yeah. Oh wow, the motor reeks on it. The motor does reek on it. Yeah, that motor is going. That motor's going off, but it's going in the winter pile because it's very powerful. Next one, we got this one. This is another rare design. I've got a couple of these. It's got this 5-bladed blade on it, so let's give this one a go. So let's give it 12 volts and see how it runs. Oh yeah, this one's got faulty bearings. Look at it screaming for help. Do you hear it? It just sounds like it's screaming for help. Poor little guy. I'm putting it in the needs high voltage pile. Okay, oh, actually a mediocre pile I should say. Another transparent one. Yeah, I'd feel so bad about tossing it out. I'm keeping it. Poor little guy, it literally sounded like it was screaming for help. Well, I just need to find some oil and I would help it. Oil up the bearings on it, okay. Okay, this one runs good. That doesn't have nearly as much airflow as this one. So I'm gonna put it in the mediocre pile. Next one is this one, and wow, doesn't this one look neat? I think it does. I've actually got 2 of these. Look, I've got 2 identical ones, so I'm gonna test both. And they've got electrolytic capacitors on them, so I can tell which way I should connect them. So I'll put the positive on that side of the capacitor. Put the negative. I mean, I could just connect it up backwards, you know, and have a little pop here, party pop, but we'll see. Yeah, that's definitely a superior. That's a winner. Runs really good, but its bearing is a bit, its bearings are a bit unhappy. We're gonna see if the other one, I'm still gonna put both in the winner pile, but we're gonna see if the other one runs a tad better. I think it's gonna run better. I'll just have to see. Yeah, this one runs better. It really does have a pretty powerful airflow for being a tiny fan. Just put this one away. Next one, I got this one, this tiny one right here. It looks pretty cool. Look, it's transparent again. Looks pretty cool. It's a brawn again. So let's connect it on here. So connect this one here and this one here. Let's run this one. Runs okay, but it's going in the mediocre pile because it's got bad airflow. It's got bad airflow on 12 volts and it's got bad bearings as well. I think it would just need a higher voltage. You know what? Let's put it in the higher voltage pile because that needs higher voltage. And another one of these. I think we had one here of that kind. Yes, we had. There we go. Oh, this one's full of screws. I'm not gonna test that one. Let's face it, I'm not gonna test that because I don't want to risk anything. Okay, this one. This one. Like, this one looks like a ship propeller, does it? Oh god, that really does look like one. Imagine this underwater. Ooh. Horrifying thought. Let's hit this up over here. Fucking. I hate this fucking design with these stupid motors. Let's see if it runs. Oh fuck, oh, that scared the shit out of me. Let's get it. Oh my god, this is going super well, is it? Is the power supply on? It's not, it's shorted. Great. Wait, it's shorted across. That's why it isn't running. Well, I'm gonna snip that off. Shorted across for whatever reason. I think it must have been because I usually twist the fans out of the from the heating element out of the heating element, so that might have been why I done this. So yeah, if you've got a faulty hairdryer or a curb brush, take the fan out of it. Oh wow, that one sounds terrible. Wow, God, that's horrible noise. But those bearings are screaming for help. But that, jeez, that was something. Wow. That had such... Look how tiny it is. It's absolutely tiny. Like, compare it to a dip EEPROM. Just look how tiny it is. You know, it's absolutely tiny. That's amazing. You know what? It's amazing what you can do with a little cheap, generic DC motor. Just shows you what the Chinese are capable of. Oh, we got another one. Oh, this one is the cheap generic one, but it's got a clear housing. That's interesting. That's a bit of a nuance. Which pins do I use on this? Okay, that's the plus. They've got the colors correct. That's nice. That's the plus. That's the minus. You know what? That runs nice. It's got quite some airflow to it as well. So that's going in the winner pile. I do like that one. Is that all from the hot air curve brushes? I think it is. Yeah, that's all of them. Okay, so let's now get on. Oh, we got one more. Sorry, we got one more. This one looks pretty similar to, where do I have one? This one, except it's got a clear blade. That's nice. Let's give this one a try. No, it's got, yeah, you can see the dials are split on this one. It was because I was just ripping it out, because I just rip them out recklessly out the hair dryers because I don't give a shit. But the positive ends of the diodes are going up to like this, so the positive is going to be over here, and the negative is going to be over here. Let's run it on. Yeah, that definitely needs a higher voltage. Yeah. But it took some time to drain the filtering smoothing capacitors in the power supply. Now though, let's start off with the proper hairdryer fans, and the first one is this one. I think it's out of a Chibo hairdryer, and let's just say that it looks a hell of a lot like a wind tunnel fan. It does have that appearance. It's got a similar blade to that. It's got the cowl, which can be removed as well, but I'm gonna keep it on because it looks neater with that. Of course, this just looks ugly. This just with it, it looks really cool. Yeah, it's got the intake cowl, and look at the back. That really good. That really does reek of a wind tunnel. It really does look like a wind tunnel. And look at the depth of those veins. Check that out. Look at the depth of those veins. That's this one. I think it's gonna have some pretty. It's gonna be pretty powerful. Let's give this one a run. Let's connect it up. Okay, that's a definite winner. That's a definite winner. That's supremely powerful. I think if I ran it at a higher voltage, it would be incredibly powerful. I think it could even lift itself. I mean, somebody can. And this one over here, straight up disqualified, broken fan blade. But I'm gonna still keep it, you know. But you can see how little support material. Check that out. Look how little support material they have on the blades. That's just screaming for disaster. Well, that's disqualified. Next one is this clear 6-bladed, and these 6-bladed ones are also pretty common, but it's untestable. Look, the motor has somehow came unscrewed, and the screws are blocking up the fan blades. So, if you look at the bottom here, you can see that the fan blade has got these little supports, these little support structures in it, and the screws keep hitting up on that. So that's also disqualified. Next one is this other clear one, 4-bladed. That's got a pretty thick hub on it, you know. And look at the depth of those veins. Check that out. You know how deep that is. And this one's actually got, you can see the blades are actually, you know, properly supported to the hub. So let's test this one out. Okay, that's a winner. It's quiet and has got a really a ton of airflow. Okay. This is a winner. Let's pop this one off. Put it aside. Next one. Let's pick out this one. Let's pick out the pink one I shown in the beginning. Give this one a run. It's again got an electrolytic capacitor on it, so let me steal that real quick. Sorry, just drank some cola before this video, and this is how it goes. Okay, so come on, melt, you muppet. Oh shit. Yeah, because it's got a large plane on it. Like a transformer soldering iron would be good on this, but yeah, that's just really not giving. You know what? Let's just use some. Let's use these cheap pliers I have here and just. These are the side cutters, but they're so cheap. Yeah, they're already blunt. I'll try and see, but well, let's connect these on. Let's connect the leads onto this, and if I recall correctly, these Philips ones, because these are from Philips hairdryers, these colorful ones, they run ferociously fast. So let's see. Yeah, I was right. Oh my god, that's a leaf blower. Holy Holy shit. That's a leaf blower. That's definitely 120% a winner. Next one, we've got another Philips. This one is one of my first ones. You can see it's got cardboard and I experimented on it, but check out the depth of those veins. That's the deepest ones out there, and it's even got veins around the motor to cool it. And yeah, it's got the brass hub on it to decrease vibration. Let's see how fast this one will go. Yeah, this one's running pretty fast, but for its size, it's mediocre, and for its design as well. So I'm not gonna put it. It just needs higher voltage. So it needs higher voltage pile. Next one, yeah, it's this one. This is from a brand new Reventa hairdryer. I'm gonna tell you the story to this. We once bought a brand new Reventa travel hairdryer. We tested it, and guess what? It didn't work. Like the fan ran, but it didn't heat. So we took it back to the store, only to say that, only for like the store to tell to us like, hey, we're not gonna take it back. They seriously did not take it back. It was new, and they did not take it back, because guess what? They didn't take it back. Just why? I don't know why they took it back. They said like, oh, we could have damaged, and then told us to go fuck ourselves. So, hey, I at least got a hairdryer fan out of it. Fuck. God damn it. What's wrong with this one? Oh yeah, this one really needs higher voltage. This one definitely needs higher voltage. So it goes into the needs higher voltage pile. Next one is gonna be this one, which is from a cheap. This one's an e-waste one. This is from an e-waste travel hairdryer. Ew, God, it's gross and nasty. Blah, 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 blah. That's gross. I'm gonna take the capacitors from it. No, those are gonna be handy. This one is just actually gonna straight come off, is it? Yeah. I'm gonna pop these off because these actually cause us problems all the time. Okay, let's see if I can actually solder this one from the motor. Oh, look at the flux residue on that. That's really gross. Okay. I kind of like these green capacitors. They look good when you've got tan resistors, sort of those brown ceramic capacitors, these green film capacitors, and those blue electrolytics thing. They look pretty good. I like the light blue ones, not the dark blue ones, because I don't like those. So power active. Okay, that's a winner. That's a winner. That's a definite winner. This one runs exceptionally well. Okay, next one. This is from, I remember, a cheap Sencor travel hairdryer. It's a generic. It's got this generic Chinese blade which you can literally go and buy on AliExpress. Yes, you can literally go on AliExpress and buy this exact same blade right at this time. But for that though, let's put this back on. I remember ordering some of them, and they had a poor performance, and a fan I was testing, which is long gone because I burnt the motor out of it. But well, let's give this a go. Yeah, this definitely needs a much higher voltage. This has got absolutely no airflow. This definitely is designed to run at a much higher voltage, because I guess it just had a smaller heating element with a smaller resistance. Next one is the exact same one, except a different motor. So there's a chance it will run faster. The motor's got a little plus on it, and they marked it red, but it's on black, so it's not gonna exactly work, but let's give this a go. Yeah, same story. Exact same story. So this one unfortunately needs a higher voltage. Next one is another 4-bladed version, and the blades are slightly ground down, but could run fine. Again, the veins are pretty deep on it, so let's see about this one. So let's test this. Oh yeah, this is definitely a winner. It vibrates. It literally vibrates like a phone. It just vibrates like a vibrator, and I don't mean the one that ladies use. I mean the one in your phone. But wow, this really does work really well. Wow. Don't know how the iPhone camera is gonna do it because, well, my old XS Max, it was nasty. When you turned on the fan, the microphone could literally hear the air sucking into the fan. I've now got a 14 Pro Max, so we'll see how that goes. This one has got a blade completely gone. That blade is gone, but... Oh. Disqualified, I'm not even gonna test that one. Next one, this is a Braun. Yeah, Braun loves doing these styles of blades. So let's check this one out. This one could be pretty powerful. Who knows? Only one way to find out. Yeah, that definitely needs higher voltage, plus its bearings are bad. Okay. This video is gonna take ages. I know it. Okay, next one, we've got another clear 4-bladed one, except it's smaller. So let's give this one a try. That's a winner. That works really well. Really, really kind of powerful airflow. So that's a definite winner. Okay. Next one, we've got this 7-bladed one. Pretty interesting blades on that one. Check that out. Nice little sort of rounded corner, as you can see. You know, nice looking. And there's some components I want to pop off of this, so let me take that electrolytic capacitor. That's one thing I'm gonna keep. Oh, look at that beautiful inductor. Oh wow, this is a bonanza. Wow. Give me that thing. That's mine. Oh, and that inductor. Look at this beautiful inductor. You can't leave that behind. It's not in a hairdryer anymore. It doesn't need that. Check it out. That's a pretty neat little heat shrunk inductor. So that's a nice find. But let's plop the power onto this. So does it say? No, it does not. But I'm gonna try and I'm gonna brute force it. That is the correct polarity, and it's got some airflow, but it's got quite an obnoxious noise. And that actually sounds pretty cool, does it? Let's hear that again. Yeah, it's got a really cool, yeah, but it's got a really cool spin down sound, so it's a winner just for that sound. Okay, we've got an old vintage Reventa. This is really old. Look at the blade design on that. It looks pretty cool. But this one feels like it's gummed up, but doesn't stop us from trying, does it? So the diodes so the bridge rectifier, the diodes are pointing up with the positive end towards this terminal, so that's the plus, and this should be the minus. Well, let's see if this runs. Oh, wow, it does! And it's supremely powerful. Sounds a bit like a server fan, does it? Okay, that's a definite winner. Also sounds pretty cool too. Well, you can see this really feels gummed up, but you can just see how much power these little motors have. This could like do damage to your finger, like actual damage. Next one, we got another one of these. Let's give this one a go. That's a winner as well. That's really powerful. We got quite a lot of good fans out of this. I mean, there's quite a bunch lying on the floor. I'm gonna actually show you. That's how many we have on the floor. But it's good so far. Let's test this one out. Pretty obscure blade design on this one. Doesn't seem particularly efficient, but we'll see. I've got a slight feeling this one's gonna need higher voltage and a higher RPM just because of the blade design, but can't judge it until we actually see it run. Yeah. It definitely needs higher voltage. And also the bearings are quite unhappy on it. And it's because these motors use sleeve bearings. And if you don't know what sleeve bearings are, they're brass rings with the shaft in it. And they don't rely on bolts. They just rely purely on slippage. You know, that ring is slippery. And usually oiling helps, but I'm gonna try that maybe in a different video. So I got another one of these, another rare 5-bladed design. So let's see if this one runs. I mean, it feels like the bearings are unhappy on it again. Maybe it might make a horrible squealing noise. Oh yeah. That one's behind the horizon. It's gone. That one's fucked. Next one. Oh wow, this one looks interesting. Check that out. Look at this fan blade. That's a strange design. It's also thin as a pancake. I really want to know how well is this gonna run, but well, never seen this fan blade on a hairdryer fan before, so we'll see that. Okay. Oh my god, what a horrible noise! Oh my god, those bearings hate me. Shit, let's... No. That's disqualified because of the bearing noise. It does have quite powerful airflow, but the bearing noise is absolutely irritating. This one right here has got a really cool blade design. Check that out. It's from a Czechoslovakian hairdryer, but this one's really gummed up. Really gummed up. I mean, we can try and run it, but I'm gonna show you it's not gonna run at all. I know that for certain. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna try and put it in the opposite polarity, see if that helps. But yeah, that's completely gone. So that one's disqualified because of bad bearings. Next one, holy moly, holy shit, this is freaking massive. Check that out, that's massive. Holy moly. What kind of hairdryer did this even come out of? Look how big it is compared to my hand. This is a normal sized fan compared to it. Holy. Dude, that didn't come out of a hairdryer. That came out of a leaf blower. Look at the sheer size of it. That's... it's rarefied blades as well, but look at the sheer size of it. Okay, I gotta see this one run. I gotta see what kind of airflow this one has. It's really big. You can even grab it by the motor. Be safer. Oh, wow. Okay, it's got a ton of airflow, but the bearings sound awful. But I'm gonna put it in the winner pile because of its size. That's one thing. Just look how big it is. Oh, I dropped the fan. Look how big it is. Like, do you have any kind of fan that I can compare it to? What do I have? Well, I've got this fan right here. This one. This is from a failed project. This is a heatsink. This is a computer heatsink fan compared to it. It's almost the same size. That's pretty... Imagine the size of the hairdryer this will be in. Jesus. That's a really rare one. I've never seen that one before. That's absolutely massive. Okay, next one. Now this one sounds pretty small for a change. Let's hook up the leads to it. Okay, let's test it out. Oh yeah, this one's straight up a winner just because of its cool sound. Okay. That's good. That's a winner. Oh, damn it, I dropped it again. I'm gonna break it before this video is finished. Okay. Next one is this one. Check this one out. 6-bladed, but it's fit as a pancake again. Absolutely no veins on it. That's just supports. Oh, look at the amount of capacitors on the back of it. Look at that. Why? I don't know. But let's run it. So again, judging by the diodes, this is going to be like that. By the rectifiers, this is going to be like that. Like that. And turn it on. This is actually a winner. It's quite quiet. And the airflow is massive for it just being this simple fan blade with no kind of veins or anything like that. Well, that's a winner. We got this one. This is pretty interesting. It's got a black fan blade in a clear case. I don't feel like this one's gonna run. It doesn't look particularly great. So it's more like a gamble if it's even gonna run. If the connections are gonna stay on, that is. I could try and rip the circuit board off. Okay, this is absolutely irksome to get on. Shit, my fingers are going numb from doing this. You know what? I'm just gonna try and tack it on. Okay, absolutely nothing. Just charge the motor. Oh yeah, it stinks. It's burnt out. Disqualified. This one. It's the same Philips one as we had to look before. Yeah, it is, but just got a different motor and a clear fan blade, which looks a bit neater. Let's see. I think this is gonna be pretty ferocious as well. Let's see what it does. Holy fuck! That scared the shit out of me. The impeller just flew off. Huh. That's a bit odd. I have a dilemma if I should either disqualify it. You know what? It's a winner because it scared the crap out of me. That was good. Next one. This is from a Valera hotel hairdryer. Let's test this one out. Yeah, that's a winner as well. That's super powerful. Okay, that's definitely a winner. Next one, we got a 4-bladed one. I have this one. I had this one for like ages, so we'll see how good it is. Okay. Okay, that's also a winner. Runs really good. Doesn't have bad bearings. Okay. Another brawn. I have a slight feeling that this one's gonna run slow as well. Bronze always tend to run at a higher voltage. Yeah. Exactly as I thought so. Okay. Next one. We have this one. For blades. Oh, that's got a lot of veins. And they're also pretty deep as well. Let's see this. Let's pop the connections on. This has got a ton of filtering capacitors on it again. Yeah, that's a winner. That's a winner. High airflow. Not such obnoxious noise and cool design. I really do like this. Look at this one. Next one, we've got this one, and just again, look at the little amount. Look how little material that is holding the fan blade to the hub. That doesn't seem particularly like good. I think that would last particularly long, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that's also a winner. Sounds very similar to this one, does it? That's a winner. That's got a lot of power, and again, it's got the wind tunnel appearance to it, does it? I mean, this one just reeks of a wind tunnel. It really does. Next one, we've got a rare 6-bladed one again. This is, I believe, from a Silvercrest hairdryer, and these Silvercrests that it comes out of. The blades are always shattered in there. The blades are always missing. They're always broken off, and it's very rare to find one with the blades intact, which is this one. I found like 3 of them which had the blades broken, and I found another one which had the fan complete, which is quite rare. Let's see. Okay, the bearings are failing on it. It's got quite a higher flow, but because of the failing bearings, it's disqualified. This one, look at the size. I think it's from an Ada. Ada is a Czechoslovakian, well, now only Czech electronics manufacturer. It's now Chinese crap as it is, but the blade design on it looks pretty cool. I have a slight feeling this one's gonna be a turbine again, but well, we'll see. Let me try and figure out which way the terminals. This one doesn't have polarity marking, so I'm just gonna try. That's the incorrect polarity. Let's disable this. There we go. Okay, now I can test it out. Yeah, that's a definite winner. Really powerful. Okay. Okay. Next one is another brawn, and that's again gonna be slow running. Exactly as I thought so. Bronze are just notorious for that. And it's also got bad bearings, which is also a bit of a disqualifying point. Another Philips. This is the notorious one with the spray painted blade on it. I feel like this is gonna be a rocket again, but well, I remember using this one in a portable fan that I made, rechargeable fan, and it just ran really good. Oh, what the fuck? Come on. Like, I see a notorious. Oh no! Its blade broke off. Oh, yeah, there's the shard from that. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. I wasn't prepared for a death today. That's sad. This one meant a lot to me. That was my very first one. Not like this one. That's sad. But accidents can happen. Let's just get over it. Okay, we got an... I think I already have one of these. Let's check in the winner pile. Yes, I do. So let's give this one a go. Okay. Yeah, that's the winner as well. Plus its bearings are in a better shape. I That's going in the winner pile. Next on, oh, this is my favorite. Look at this one. This is my favorite. And this one's blade doesn't fly off because guess what? It's got the machined brass hub, which means the blade on there is locked on tight. So let's get this one a go. Yeah, that's a winner. That's definitely going in the winner pile. Oh, I just recall. Where's the other one? Where did I put you? Here. I used these two to make the hand dryer I talked about previously. I just remembered. Okay, this is another one, and it's thin as a pancake again with no veins, but let's see if it will run. I don't know if it looks burnt out to me, but we'll see. Runs, but not much airflow and obnoxious noise. So it's boom, disqualified. Next one is this one. Blades look like they've been grinding on this one, but we'll see how well this one runs. Well, we're already 41 minutes in. This video takes ages. It's taking ages. Okay, bad bearings. Next one, we got another 6-bladed one. This one is a different one, but let's see if it'll run. So, tack the wires on. This one is a winner. Sounds quite nice to me, and its bearings run okay. Next one, oh yeah, this one was in the wind tunnel that I built, and this one is pretty ferocious on 12 volts. When it ran on 24 volts, this guy could levitate a screwdriver 50 centimeters away from it. I'm not joking. This one is from Babyliss, and it's ridiculously powerful. And it's meant to run on 36 volts. That wasn't even full power. Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel the airflow. Yeah, this one is my favorite. My two favorites out of all these fans, I'm gonna show you, if I can find the other one, are these two. These are my absolute favorites. Next one, we got this cheap one. Oh, this one's got actually 12 mains. Well, we'll see about that. How well it runs. It's got Kapton tape around it as well. Yeah, not much airflow. It's not going in the winner pile. And we just got 4 of these to test. That will go through that quickly. This one is, I believe, from a Philips, and I have a slight feeling this one's gonna run slow again. But we'll give it a test. Just to see, I'm gonna give you a closer look at this one. Let's see here. I'm thinking it will run slow, but I'm pretty certain. Okay, I was wrong. God! Oh, shit. Fuck. Just flew off. Look at that! Sounds ridiculously... Dude, this can literally levitate itself. Look, it's lifting itself up. Okay, this one's winning the most powerful title. Jesus Christ. But let's be safe. This one on 24 volts is even more powerful than that. Okay, last one. Well, another one is this one. Again, 5-bladed design. Pretty rare. Oh yeah, this one's also crying for help. Poor guy. I feel bad for it. Just crying for help. This one is injured. God damn it, fans are dying here. Penultimate one is another 6-bladed one. This one looks pretty neat. This is, I believe, a Raventa. Let's test this one out. Yeah, that's another winner. This one runs really good. Okay. And the last one is this one, another 5-bladed one. Is this also going to be screaming for help, or is it going to run better? There's only one way to find out. Yeah, this one's a winner. There we go. High airflow, pretty quiet. And that's it. That's all the fans. So, yeah, that's it for this video. We've tested... God, how many fans? Let me show you. This is how many winners we have, and this is how many losers we have. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of fans. But yeah, apart from me almost getting injured twice with a flying fan blade, one of the fans getting damaged because of its little fan blades snapping and a little shard flying off just right here. And yeah, this was, I believe, pretty good. We got quite a lot of good working fans out of this, and quite a bit that were either were meant to run on a higher voltage, or had damaged bearings, or didn't work at all, or had broken blades. I think yeah, so this shows you that hairdryer fans are pretty excellent little fans if you want to build a wind tunnel, a fan-powered car, or anything that requires a high-power fan. They could be even good for like cooling high-powered electronics and stuff like that. But I think that's it for this video, so that's what I'm going to show you. So I hope you liked it, hope you learned something new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.